My name is Kayla, and I'm a licensed therapist. I'm an intuitive healer and the founder of the Lightworkers Sanctuary. I want to share a deeply personal story with you, one that involves trust, surrender, and following the wisdom of the Akashic Records. The records don't just tell you who you are, they guide you where your soul needs to be. Over the past year, I started to feel this quiet pull inside me, like a whisper that something in my life needed to shift. But on paper, everything looked fine. I had my practice, community, and stability. My spirit kept saying, "You're not home yet." That whisper that I felt deep in my soul became like this loud roar, because in a lot of the meditations that I was doing, I began to feel restless. I felt like there was something I needed to be doing that's different. And I was having a lot of vivid dreams also. So maybe you can relate to this too, because when we're feeling like a pull towards something, especially spiritually, we can have these very strong dreams. But then during an Akashic record reading for myself, I had a message. Basically, the records were guiding me to go where the ocean meets the sun and to expand my light work there. I didn't know what that meant at the time, but deep down, my soul recognized it. It terrified me to uproot my life, leave behind the familiar, and trust a feeling that couldn't be explained logically. But the records don't speak to the mind, they speak to the soul. I was feeling very guided to go back to Southern California. I asked the records practical questions. How will I know it's time? What about my clients, my home, my comfort zones? And the answer was so gentle. You can create new stability by aligning with it. So that became like my mantra, to surrender and follow my truth. And once I received this message, the synchronicities began unfolding. Back in 2020, I originally felt pulled to explore California, and I'd feel waves of peace whenever I imagined the SoCal coastline. I even visited Mount Shasta a couple years ago. So eventually, I packed up my life, tuned into the records one last time, and asked, "Am I ready?" And they said, "You've already arrived energetically. Now just follow your body there." I arrived in Southern California, something just clicked. It wasn't instant magic, it was energetic alignment. My meditations deepened, my intuition sharpened. My therapy sessions began integrating more light work, Reiki, and sound therapy, naturally without force. It was as if the land itself was co-creating with me. The ocean became my grounding space. The sunsets are like daily reminders that endings can be beautiful. The Lightworkers Sanctuary was reborn, a space for others who are also navigating big transitions, awakenings, and the call to live in spiritual integrity. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I had ignored that nudge. And I realize I might have missed the life my soul was always trying to show me. If you've been feeling a pull, like a quiet voice guiding you towards something that doesn't make logical sense, I want you to know you're not crazy. That's your soul remembering the next chapter of your story. The Akashic Records are not about predicting the future, they're about remembering your highest timeline, the one where you live in full alignment with your purpose, love, and truth. So if you're in that in-between space right now, take a breath and ask your records, what am I being invited to remember about who I truly am? And trust what you feel, because sometimes the records don't lead us where we expect, they lead us where our light belongs. If you'd like to explore your own records or your own spiritual healing journey, you can visit thelightworkerssanctuary.com or visit me on Instagram at thelightworkerssanctuary. Remember, your soul already knows the way.